It's like the best day I've ever had in my life. Ah. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be talking about the simplest, easiest, and pretty much most natural looking way to cover acne or acne scarring. If you guys watch my videos, you guys know, and I'll say it again here, I used to have pretty bad cystic acne, so I'm left with a lot of like hyperpigmentation and, you know, all that super fun stuff. So I kind of learned like through trial and error what works best and what doesn't. By no means am I saying this is the way like you need to do it. This is just what works for me, and I figured if I could help somebody, let's help them and post a video. So yeah, let's just get right into it, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye. Alright, hey guys, so here I am with no face makeup on. I obviously have some lip products on, and I have a little bit of brow, but everything else, I mean, my face is completely bare. And if you guys don't know, I'm filming in an HD camera, so you pretty much, you know, can see everything. So I've already prepared my skin with you know, cleansing it and toning it and, you know, moisturizing it and everything. I've let that soaked in. So I'm just going to jump right in. So the only three products that you're going to need is a primer, a foundation, and a concealer. So you guys are probably wondering why I have the Nivea Men. This is like a post shave balm. If you guys watch Nikki tutorials, you guys will know that this is like her favorite primer to use, and it's become one of mine. It's like $5 at the drugstore, and you get like a 3-ounce bottle for it, and it's just amazing. It holds makeup on all day long, and it's good for every skin type. So if you guys are wondering why I'm using like a men's product, that's why. But yeah, it's just a primer, a foundation, and a concealer. So let's just get right into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off by priming my skin. Also, there's a mirror right here, so if you're wondering like why I'm looking down, that's why. But I'm just going to go ahead and apply my primer. Oh, and another disclaimer I just want to kind of mention real quick. My products change every single day. So I don't usually use like the same products as like a routine sort of deal. So I do switch out products, but I use the same technique. So I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so anyway, just apply your primer, and you want to make sure that you let that soak in. Also, I'm trying to make this as simplistic as possible, so I just use my fingers. If you're more comfortable with it, make sure you're using a brush, but please wash your hands before you go in and touch your face. I'm also only using one brush for this tutorial. This is the MAC, I think it's the 130, my number rubbed off. It is just a smaller stippling brush, and that is all you're going to need. The rest is going to be with your fingers. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So the foundation I chose to use today is the new Makeup Forever. This is their Ultra HD. It's their newer formulation. And I don't know if this is the shade name, but if it is, or shade number, it's Y335, in case you guys were wondering. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and pump about 2 pumps on the back of my hand, and I'm going to just go ahead and stipple that onto the face. No rhyme or reason, just buff this right in. I like a stippling brush because you can really just kind of like buff that in. I mean, if you really want to like actually stipple it onto the face and then buff it in, you definitely can. But the reason why you get that super cake face is if you're going in with like a ton of product, it's just going to build up and look really, really heavy. So I'm using, this foundation right here that I'm using today is actually more of like a lightweight foundation. So I am going to just build it up layer by layer so it doesn't look super heavy. And it looks, you know, fairly natural at the same time, but I'm still getting the coverage that I want. So I'm just buffing that all over my face. Okay, so now that we have got the foundation on, obviously that made a huge difference, and I just used about 2 pumps of this foundation. So I went in with one and I applied it all over the face, and right off the bat you guys aren't going to notice that it's going to give you like a ton of coverage. That's okay. Go in with the second pump and then just do the same thing, really buff it into the skin. And I just want also to let you guys know, the way I think of it is that foundation isn't meant for covering. That's why you have concealer. So foundation is just basically gonna like even out your skin tone, and then you want to go in with concealer and just kind of spot treat. So that's what we're gonna do next. And I obviously, as you guys saw, I have a lot of like hyperpigmentation, especially on my cheeks and on my forehead. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my concealer, and by the way, I should probably tell you what concealer I'm using. This is the Kat Von D, the Lock-It Tattoo Concealer, I think, and I'm in the shade medium 24, in case you guys are wondering. I love this foundation. It's very, actually, surprisingly lightweight, and it feels really nice on the skin and blends really, really nice. So anyway, I'm taking a little bit of concealer, and I'm just going to take my clean fingers, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to start in this section here. Let me zoom you guys in so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay guys, so we are really up close. Yay! So as you guys can tell, the foundation did a really nice job of just kind of like overlaying that certain area. So what I'm going to do, take my concealer on my hand, and I am just going to press this. Let me pull my mirror up so I can see. I'm just going to go ahead and tap this onto the skin. And the reason why I am using my fingers for this is because my fingers are going to do a really good job at melting the product into my face instead of a brush, where sometimes it can look a little bit more, you know, streaky, or it can build up the product and make it look really heavy. Alright, so I just did a little bit of concealer on this side so you guys can see the difference. So this is the side with concealer and foundation, and then this is the side, my crazy hair, sorry guys, with just the foundation. So once again, I'm just tapping that concealer into my skin. Sorry, my mirror keeps going in frame. Once again, I'm just tapping that concealer in where I want it to. I just don't want it to look like dragged around or super heavy, so I'm just taking the warmth of my fingers and really blending it into the skin. So if you guys can tell, just from using the foundation and the concealer alone, it did a really good job. By no means is this foundation, oh my god, by no means is this foundation like a full coverage, like heavy duty foundation, but I can still get coverage from it and it's still going to look really natural. All you have to do is just add a little bit of concealer. The very last step that I would recommend for you guys to do is just to apply like a setting spray or a setting powder, just to really make sure you're going to lock it in place. So this is the finished kind of look, so I'm going to go ahead and do like an overview.